to International Speech Contest, please come up. Dave Nisani, how old are you? How old are you, Dave Nisani?
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. When I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year. Me and Sinatra, we go way back. Yeah, he was from Chicago, I was from Brooklyn. That's why I talk like this. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were only 21. What, you don't believe me? It's true. I'll prove it to you. I'm going to show you all. I'm going to do you all a favor. I'm going to show you all how I managed to stay 21 forever for the last 40 years. Any takers? Who wants some of that? Is there anyone in this room who wants some of that?
Yes.
All right. Let's get started. First thing you got to do, like I did, you got to find a beautiful wife or husband who's beautiful on the inside and the outside. And she loves you. She's a good cook. She does the laundry. She knows how to but make sure that she's 10 years older than you. And the reason I say that is because, think about it. You're going to be with this person the rest of your life. You're going to think about it. And you're going to say, wow, no matter how old we get, she's always going to be older. And I'm going to be younger than her. I know this sounds silly, but it works. Trust me. Next thing you want to do, you want to surround yourself with young friends, okay? And the reason we do that is because young people think young. They act young. They believe young. It's contagious. You too will start acting young if all your friends are around. My buddy Sinatra, he knew that very well. He sang this song, "You make me feel so young. You make me feel there's songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful flings to be flung." I'm sorry, I should have started that one lower. Anyway, he knew what he was doing. He was dating Ava Gardner. He was dating Mia Farrow when he was 60 years old. If anybody knows how to surround himself with young people, it's my buddy Frankie. Next thing you want to do, if you go to church like me, you want to find a church that's got a pastor that's older than you. And why? It's just cool to say, I'm younger than the pastor. Next thing, if your wedding picture does not still look like you, right? That's important. For years, I looked like my wedding picture. And then one day, I didn't. I don't know what happened. So when that day happens, you take that picture and you stick it in the attic. Okay? You have no business not looking like your wedding picture. Another thing, if you want to be young, you got to learn how to tell jokes. Funny jokes. Why? Because young people have a sense of humor. And when you laugh, when you're funny, it makes you feel young. I'll give you a couple of jokes. You know you're feeling old when you and your teeth don't sleep together anymore. You know you're getting old when you reach down to straighten out the wrinkles in your socks and you discover you're not wearing any. I see you laughing at my jokes. I bet you're feeling a little young right now. Huh? You know, I've been young all of my life. I did track and field in school, high and low hurdles. I even jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. And I survived. But my real passion is that I am an avid bicyclist. I have gone out of the country into dangerous places, like the barrios of Mexico, where the drug-infested cartel exists. Now, I ride my bike 51 miles through those hills. And sometimes some drug cartel people are riding with me, and one time I actually beat him. He didn't like that very much. But some of you may have noticed that I limped walking up here. Let me explain. About a couple of years ago, during one of these, right after one of these races where I beat this drug cartel guy, I was riding my bike around the house. Not around the house, but you know, in the mountains around the house. My wife won't let me ride my bike in the house. So this truck comes out of nowhere, and I couldn't avoid it. I hit it, and I went flying through the air with the greatest of ease. And there was only one other time that I went flying through the air, and that was when I fell out of that airplane with my parachute on. And I body slammed that windshield, and it cracked, and I bounced off the windshield. I landed on to the asphalt, fracturing my ankle. And man, it hurt. It really hurt. I got a confession to make. Lately, I've been feeling really bad and concerned that it's getting harder and harder for me to feel like I'm 21 forever. Pain, arthritis, limping like an old man. I mean, how are you going to feel 21 with all that going on? So I was concerned. But then something worse than that happened. My hair started falling out. Now this is a very sensitive topic, so please keep it here. Don't let it go past the doors. You can't be 21 when your hair's falling out. Sinatra will tell you that. But worse than that, hair started growing where I don't want it. It started coming out of my ears, out of my nose, on my back. And what's that all about? So I thought about this long and hard. I said, what am I going to do? And then I realized the answer was right under my hat. I decided to do a very bold thing. I shaved my head. Yeah. Why did I do that? Because, think about it, young people shave their heads. Young kids who don't need to shave their heads with perfectly good heads of hair. They're lopping it off. So ever since I did, man, I feel good. I feel young. I feel like I'm 21 again. So, I promised you at the beginning of this speech that you too would feel like you're 21 forever. And let the record show you too won't grow old if you do it my way. So how old are you, Mr. Toastmaster?